We need people with gray hair, so I'm going to stand here.
And a little bit closer if you're vaccinated. Here we go. I just don't want anybody to get hit. Everybody on the side.
Eric.
Hey, you're not kidding.
All right. Tell me. Good? All right. Welcome to the village of St. Bernard. We are all here in the heart of the Heritage Hill Business District here in the village of St. Bernard. It's a true honor for us to be asked to host this event with the Hamilton County Commissioners announcing some exciting news to assist small businesses here in Hamilton County. So we're excited to join you all. I'd like to acknowledge we have one of our council members, Ray Culberson, here. We also have John Newberry, the owner of Wiedemann Brewery. So again, we are honored. I'd like at this time to introduce Commission Board President Stephanie Summerow Dumas. Thank you.
That was quick. Good morning. And what a beautiful morning in St. Bernard. And I imagine it's that way in other neighborhoods too, but especially here in St. Bernard. I want to thank you, Mayor. And I am here to introduce the 513 Small Business Assist Program. This is an exciting program. It could positively impact up to 2,000 small businesses in Hamilton County by the end of December 2021. The county will be funding this program through our CARES Act funding that was left over, up to $500,000. In addition, we have funding from the Fifth Third Bank, JP Chase Morgan, and also the Greater Cincinnati Foundation. We learned from our last two rounds that the businesses had a little difficult time trying to access these funds. So we thought it was just on our responsibility to make sure it was an easier way for them to access, because we do not want to leave any money on the table. So because of that, the 513 Relief Assistant Program is aimed at helping the small businesses recover from the pandemic by connecting them one-on-one with technical assistance. The program is for Hamilton County small businesses with 50 or fewer employees impacted by the COVID. We have roughly 19,000 small businesses that have 50 or fewer employees, according to the census information. Now, on a personal note, I want those small businesses that have decided that this was a mistake, where you're absolutely wrong. We know it's been a hard time for you, and Hamilton County will do all we can do to bring hope to you, and that this is only a dream that was deferred. So thank you very much. And now I'll introduce Commissioner Denise Driehaus.
Thank you, President Dumas. Thank you to the mayor for having us here in beautiful I think it's always beautiful in St. Bernard, isn't it, Mayor? This is no exception today. And council member, thank you for having us and hosting us. So we're very excited about this program. You know, there were many businesses that were helped through our CARES Act funding last year, and we put out that money, we targeted small businesses, and what we learned was that the reason these small businesses perhaps hadn't received any federal funding was because they didn't have the backroom support to go after those dollars, and so they missed out. I just heard a news article today talking about how some folks and businesses are unbanked, and so their opportunities then become restricted and they can't access dollars. And so this is what we heard internally as the staff. We also heard it from the African American Chamber, and we said, well, what can we do to make sure that some of these very small businesses have access to the dollars related to COVID and the negative impact of COVID? And so that's why we created the program. We listened to what we heard, we listened to what the small businesses said, and we said, what can we do not only to offer the dollars for relief, but also the support so they can access the relief. I mean, the relief dollars are great if you can access them, and if you can't, then you lose out. And so that's the reason for the program. So these are CARES Act funds that we are rolling into this program. I do want to note that there were a number of St. Bernard businesses that were helped through the last round. I'm gonna name them out. Street Pops is one, the Woodstone Creek Winery and Distillery, the Continuous Growth CG Educational Services, and in addition to that, there were salons, daycares, and a security group that also benefited from some county relief dollars. So we're really proud of our relationship with St. Bernard and all the other communities throughout Hamilton County. And we know that once these dollars hit the ground, they help these businesses keep their doors open. And it's great for the overall economy, but also for the community of St. Bernard and others. So I want to acknowledge that we have many partners in this, the funders that were just acknowledged by the president of the commission, but also some of the partners that we've had as we've rolled out these dollars. So the chambers, the African American Chamber, the Regional Chamber, the Urban League, HCDC, who is our partner in everything economic development, and others have really helped us try to figure out what is the best way to administer these dollars, and they will continue to partner with us as we provide the dollars to small businesses and the assistance to small businesses. So I know I am supposed to introduce Corey Leon, who is the Technical Assistant Director for the National Development Council. However, Vice President Reese has joined us, and so I'm going to introduce her instead so that she can come up next, and then we will get to the National Development Council. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I apologize, I've been out with the 513 relief bus that we have. And today is a wonderful day. I spent a lot of time across the street at Chili Time, and over there you can get a chance to sit down with people and hear from folks, not only from St. Bernard, from all over the county, who talk about various issues that address them. So a lot of work gets done at Chili Time. I am also the chair of the county's COVID-19 Economic Relief and Recovery Task Force. And one of the things that we're working on now is how do we help people recover economically. And small businesses are the backbone of our county. Not only do we want to help and sustain the small businesses that we have, but we also want to become the #1 county for small businesses to come and grow, develop, and park here. During this pandemic, many counties across this country have been hit, and we're all at this level. The question is going to become which county is going to be able to recover and grow for the future. And we believe that Hamilton County, and our goal is to have partnerships so that we could become the example of the place for small businesses who were able to recover from this COVID pandemic, but also was able to grow, develop, and increase technology throughout the county. Our 513 relief bus not only is out helping get people vaccinated, but we're also connecting people to economic opportunities. I think we're the only county in the country, and I understand the president is coming here next Wednesday. We'd love for him to go around and see what we're doing here in Hamilton County, because we're setting an example where we go around and we can help people right on the spot with small business, rental assistance, all your economic needs, as well as get you a shot in the arm. So we're giving 3 shots, 2 if you take the Pfizer and 1 if you need the economic shot in the arm. And so that's what we're doing to have a one-stop opportunity. We created the 513 Relief, which I think they've already talked about, which is a mobile-friendly site. But one of the things that we've been hearing, I was on the west side yesterday, and a small business owner came to me and said, there's too many small businesses that don't know that this help is out here. So I want to thank you all for what you're doing. We did a relief-a-thon, and in the relief-a-thon, 40% of the calls that came in that night was for rental assistance. 39.8% of the calls that came in was for small business assistance. There are a lot of programs that they have at the federal and the state level, and if you're a small business, it's just really hard to navigate. And so we're very excited. One of the things that came out of the Relief-a-thon is that we need experts. We need someone that can navigate through all of this red tape. I'm trying to run my business. I don't have paralegals or lawyers on staff that can cut through that. And so what we're doing today is historic. It's something that we haven't done before. I don't think any government entity has done this before, where we have people to help you cut through that red tape, be your paralegal, be your legal person, and connect you to the funds that we have. It's one thing for Washington to give the funds, but it's our responsibility, Hamilton County, we're on the ground getting the funds to the people. So I'm excited about that, and we'll come up and have the technical assistance person come up and tell you how to access those funds.
Thank you, everyone. So the 513 Small Business Assist is a one-stop shop for small businesses in Hamilton County to get access to technical assistance through our business service organization partners. So those include the African American Chamber of Commerce, the Greater Cincinnati Chamber's Minority Accelerator, the Greater Cincinnati Micro Enterprise Initiative, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, HCDC, and the Urban League. How could I forget the Urban League Small Business Development Centers, one of the key partners. So through these business service organizations, small businesses can access technical assistance services. But that's only one part of what we're doing. Another part of what we're doing is providing mentorship to small businesses in the areas of accounting, legal, and marketing. So those will be through service providers that can help companies, with those things that may be preventing them from being able to access federal funds, for example. And then finally, one of the things that we found during the last couple of grant rounds was that small businesses were having trouble getting their documents in an electronic format in order to apply for grants and loans. And so one of the things that we'll be doing is setting up centers where a small business can come in, get access to a scanner, get access to a computer in order to turn those documents into electronic files that they can then use to access the grant programs. So we're trying to have this be a wraparound set of services for small businesses, and we have a number of partners throughout the county all pulling this in the same direction and working together on the small businesses' behalf. So we're National Development Council is very excited to be a part of this. We also have Next Street Partners, which is helping us do the tracking of this. So one of the things that we want to show everyone is, with the use of this public resource, how many businesses we're serving, the profile of those businesses, and the results that we're achieving. So we'll have hopefully a good report for you at the end of December with all of our success. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all our partners, all our collaborators, all the businesses, all the invited guests. We thank you all for coming. And so at this time, if you would like to ask any questions, you can do it on a one-to-one basis. So we'll be available after this to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you guys, the media, for coming. We need you. Thanks. Oh, we're going to take one here. Okay. So can you guys come up? We're going to take a good photo. Come on.